What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Random Encounter Podcast, episode 83. I'm your host, James, and I'm joined by Bryant. Oh, wait, something on my
Broad-
menu here. Yeah.
Broadcasting live from the Midwest Gaming Classic.
And Phaneckswhy.
What up? What up?
How was the Midwest Gaming Classic? You enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was great. It's just the only thing is that there's I'd say 3 or 4 different aspects to it. One aspect of it is just like the Nintendo thing that I posted in the Discord, where like you see like all these cool like decorations and like aesthetic from like times past and stuff, and just seeing like the old games and stuff. It's just really cool because like it's very rare you get to see such like stuff from that era like all in one room and like such a vast amount of it. Then there's the buying part of it, where like you can buy all that stuff, and there's like a huge room where you can buy like people's art and pins and stickers and games and memorabilia and all that stuff. And there's like another place that is just like the aspect of like playing. Like they have arcade machines everywhere, pinball machines, consoles. Every console you could think of is set up there for you to play. And then lastly is like there's various like panels, and there's like YouTubers there. And last time I went in 2022, they had a band set up with a guy playing Super Metroid, and the band was playing like what the guy was doing in Super Metroid. Like he would go into like
cool.
the next zone, and then all of a sudden like the zone's music would start. It was really rad.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, it's a super good time. It's just really cool to be kind of engorged in all that stuff that you've been passionate about your whole life. Like I really didn't play much. It was just kind of cool to walk around and see stuff. I didn't buy anything either, just because I don't really go there to buy that. But like for somebody like you, that's like all about like physical old stuff and just kind of like collecting and all that stuff. And maybe even Ash to an extent. I'm not sure what he does, but it's awesome. Like I could see you just being obsessed with it.
Yeah, I would like to go to something like that. I don't think, we don't have anything like that in our area, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I've in our area is like Comic-Con and Anime Con, but I've never seen a gaming con.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys ever want to get the ticket, you can definitely crash at my place for a night and go check it out. Save you some money.
one day that would
There
be
you go.
nice. Yeah, because that's one thing I would like to go to, and something like PAX East. Hopefully in the future we can all just get a ticket and go there together and record and all that other good stuff.
That'd be badass.
That would be. But we got quite a few things to talk about today, such as discussing the most iconic video game character, which I'm pretty sure we all have thoughts on that. But before we get into that, as always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. We are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. I forgot to update the thing as always. But we're sitting at 798 subscribers. 2 more subscribers to 800 and 202 more subscribers to 1,000. So close, so close. Definitely hit that subscribe button. Share the channel. That does help out a lot as well. And of course, follow us on Twitch, because we do usually dual stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Last week, I said that we were all going to try out a game on the list that Fan made. And we're going to talk about it some and, just give quick thoughts about it. Bryant, did you try out any game at all on that list?
I'll be totally honest. I didn't. I've been so enraptured in trying to finish Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I haven't done anything but that. Like I haven't played 1 minute of anything but Final Fantasy VII Rebirth this week. Sorry. I want to finish it. I'm getting pressured from people to finish it so they can talk to me about the ending, and so I'm sorry, I failed.
Gotcha. No worries, no worries. So then let's start with what you tried out, Fan, because I did actually play a little bit of what you tried out today.
Yeah. So I did Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Game Gear.
Did you do the Zord battles?
Yeah, I did the Zord battles.
Pretty good, right? Pretty good for a Game Gear game?
For a Game Gear game, yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of limited on what the move sets are going to be. I mean, it's just the Hadouken with either A, B, or A plus B together, and you got 3 moves. And your standard jump and, light punch or heavy or light hit and heavy hit. I don't know what the actual buttons do, in terms of like strong or light. But it wasn't too bad. It's a little different. I mean, it's kind of like I was explaining to James, like it's like a beat 'em up, but not really a beat 'em up. So it's like a fighting beat 'em up, because it stays in one screen. It shifts maybe side by side a little bit, but you don't scroll from side to side. It just stays in one area, and you get your putties that come in and fight. So you're constantly just battling round after round after round until you get to the boss. And then after you fight the boss, you fight the boss again, but as a Megazord. So I
So
did play for a
go ahead.
couple hours. I got to the point where I got Tommy and the Dragonzord.
Oh,
Well, that's all you really need at that. You pretty much beat the game at that point if you have the Green Ranger. But yeah, I will say that like when I was a kid, just the kind of what do you call it, novelty of having like all those Zords and all those people to play as in that little fighting arena, like that was just so cool when I was a kid. And like I don't think it steps up to anything that's even come close to like what would be considered like a competent fighter today. But at the time on the Game Gear of all systems, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, and I mean, they did make it to where every character, even though the moves were the same, all the moves were different. Because they're all Hadouken and a button. That's all the move sets were, just to make it simple for the gamers. But at least when you do those moves, everybody has a different type of move. So when I was playing, I fought Tommy, and I couldn't beat him with Jason, the Red Ranger. So I had to switch out, and go to Trini and play the Yellow Ranger, and I was able to beat the Green Ranger with Trini. And then for a couple stages, I was playing Zack. So I did try Billy, the Blue Ranger, but unfortunately his moveset kind of sucked.
He was my favorite as a kid.
My favorite was always
Trini was good. Zack was good.
Zack?
Yeah,
Zack was good because he had a lot of like up hits and then also like jumping forward and hit. So he has it was a good mix. And then
in the SNES
Tommy's
version,
Tommy has more moves as an enemy than he does as a playable character, which I was really upset.
It's pretty much video game 101. When you fight them as an enemy, they're like super overpowered, and then they join your team, and they like have the most
nerfed them so much.
Yeah, if we just want to have this be like the next like 20 minutes talking about like the 90s and like Power Rangers and stuff, like let's just do it, man. No, I'm kidding, but yeah, that's awesome.
It's funny because I can think of another thing that's similar to that, but I was gonna mention it, but I was like, no, that's kind of spoilers because I want you all to play Breath of Fire 4. So I won't talk.
I am
about
playing.
That.
I'm playing it right now.
How far have you gotten to?
I'm not too far. I picked up Ishin and Cray.
Okay, yeah, so you're definitely still in the beginning. Yeah. Did you go to the like that city that's under the miasma or whatever, the fog?
Yeah, I got past that part.
Okay, you got past that.
Yeah, because once you get past that, you can get Cray.
Is it past that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's
you have to
takes you back to the.
That's what takes you back to the Sandflyer.
Yeah, it took. That's right. Okay, so, so what part is after that? I'm trying to think. Did you go to the dam part to see like another dragon at all, or no?
Not yet.
Okay, so that's where you're heading. Okay, I know.
Yeah, I'm in like the desert because I got the first master, Rolf, some wolf dude, and I already learned one of the moves, which was Eddie.
Yeah,
like a regular wind magic move. So.
Yeah, it just gets better and better from there, and the story gets crazier. Like you did that, I think you already did like the little flashback scene or like a memory scene where you're like inside like a place, like I don't know, like a palace or something, and
it was like a vision, a premonition, because it was like in the future, because that's when they decide to travel with Ryu.
Yep. Yeah, it's some good stuff that happens from here on out. So I'm excited to see where you get to, and hopefully Brian and Ash, you guys can go ahead and catch up because that game is so great. Honestly, when people talk PS1 RPGs, I get very sad because they rarely mention that game. And
I do have to say, like traditional like turnstile RPG games with Breath of Fire 4, you don't see too often because it's normally like 3 or 4 characters in your party, and then that's it. Right, but then if you want to level up your other characters, you have to trade them out and then level them up. Where in this one, it seems like you can have up to 6 in a party, only 3 attack at the beginning, but then you can swap out your third, people in the back 3 to the front 3 in your battle. So, and sometimes those back 3 will also do like random attacks too. Because when I was just fighting the little I guess what do you want to call him? Looks like a little trash can
Yeah.
R2D2
It's a
character.
robot. Yeah.
I know it's a robot. I mean, they would like do their rocket punch just randomly out of nowhere. So I don't remember any other like game around that time in terms of traditional RPG that would implement that type of like battle system. So that was interesting.
Yeah, I don't think
I
there's
mean,
any
yeah,
game
I
like
mean,
that.
there is like I think there are some games after Breath of Fire 4 that I can think of like on the PS2 or PS3, but during the PS1 era, I can't think of any other game that did something like that.
Yeah, I was talking about that with somebody a while back. That after that game, like the only other game I can think of that allows you actually to swap out your party members in battle was Final Fantasy X, and people thought that that was
Yeah,
like revolutionary. But I'm like, wait a minute, Breath of Fire 4 did this, what, like 5 years before, or maybe less than that,
yeah.
before
And
Final
then
Fantasy
Sea of
X.
Stars did it too.
Yeah, and Sea of Stars allows you to do it too, and it brought a nice little another layer of strategy. I know Dragon Quest V has that, but I don't know if that's something that was in the DS version or if the original version had that. That is one thing I don't remember because I know in the DS version, and it's funny because I didn't find out about that till the last final boss. I was getting destroyed by the final boss. And I was like, man, like you got to be kidding me! Like, don't tell me because the save point before you get to the final boss, like most games, you save right before the final boss. Not in Dragon Quest V. You save like way back, so you have to go through the whole dungeon and then fight the final boss. And of course, he has like a million different forms that you gotta fight. And I was like, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. And then realized I was like, what does swap mean? So I tapped because I was playing on my phone. I was like, I tap on swap, and it allows me to change to the rest of my party members. I was like, you gotta be kidding me! Like this whole time, I could have been changing and made this whole game easier. And then that's how I was able to win. uh, that and I had the gold golem, which if you ever play Dragon Quest V, he's like super overpowered with defense. So like anytime you get hit, he does nothing. But anyways, the game that I chose was it's funny. We both chose a game that Bryant mentioned, and that is Mario Golf. And yeah, I mean, playing that
The Game Boy
game.
Color one.
Yes, the Game Boy Color one.
Yeah.
That was your Game Boy Color pick.
Yeah. Mm.
Playing, I feel like Game Boy games just in general had such creativity for the hardware
Absolutely.
that they had. Like between that and I was also playing Mario Tennis because both of those came out at the same time on Nintendo Switch Online, and it's just the creativity they have. It's actually pretty fun.
Mhm.
I don't know, like nowadays, like I want to say I've never played Sports Story, but I think Sports Story is like the closest, or not Sports Story. I'm sorry, Golf Story.
Golf Story.
Yeah, Golf Story is the closest to something like that where it's a not RPG, but yeah, it's like RPG slash not
There's
RPG
RPG
type
elements in
feel.
it. Sure.
Yeah, in
Mhm.
Golf Story.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Isn't it?
I don't know.
I
I've
thought they
never played
modeled it
Golf
after Mario
Story. All
Golf.
I know is you can move around and talk to people, and then you get a golf and
No.
stuff like that in Golf Story. So if it has RPG elements, then yeah, like that's the only thing that I can think of that's similar to that. And I wonder why they don't do that more often. I think the most recent Mario Golf tried it. I didn't play the one on Switch. Have you guys played that?
Yeah, I didn't care for it. I wanted
No.
to like it so bad because I love Mario Golf so much, but
Yeah.
honestly, I haven't really liked a Mario Golf game since the one for N64, the one for GameCube, and the one
Yeah.
for
Wii.
Switch. They didn't have one on Wii, I don't think.
They did. Oh no, they
I don't think
ported
so.
the
I think it,
GameCube one. I think that's what they did. Because they
yeah,
remember they were porting a bunch
no,
of
yeah,
GameCube. Yeah, they were porting a bunch of GameCube games and giving them motion controls. I'm pretty sure they did because I know they did with
I'm looking that
tennis,
up, sir.
and I thought
I'm
they
gonna
did with
I'm gonna
golf.
Yeah,
fact
there was
check
a bunch
you.
of
Yeah,
GameCube games that they
yeah.
ported to the Wii to do
Pikmin.
motion.
Yeah, but I don't think Mario
Yeah.
Golf was one of them.
I thought it was.
Uh,
I could be
No,
wrong.
I'm looking right now. Mario Golf for GameCube was called Toadstool Tour, and I'm on the Wikipedia, and it only came out on GameCube on July 28th, 2003. That's it. No
That's it.
okay.
Wii launch. But you are right though. There were a bunch of GameCube games that came to Wii, like Pikmin.
Yeah, Pikmin did.
You know, with that play control.
I believe Mario
Metroid,
Tennis was one.
Metroid Prime trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mario Tennis did. Let me look
Okay.
that up. I think Mario Tennis did.
Yeah, so I might be confusing them.
Mario Tennis, Wii. Yeah, Mario Power Tennis was the GameCube game that was ported to Wii. So yes, that's correct. That's a good game.
But it reminded me of playing like the Pokemon like trading card game as well on Game Boy Color. Like it just has like a vibe, like a similar vibe to that.
Yeah.
And I like that where I don't know. It's like the RPG element, but or I guess it's like I don't know. It's hard to explain. A game that is very similar to that, but except it doesn't have to do with golf, was Final Lap Twin that I've talked about. I want to say a couple of times on the podcast, where it's a racing game, but like it's similar style. You move around towns and stuff like that. You have more of a world map to explore, so it's a little bit bigger overall. But you get into these, you see these people, and then you'll race them, and then you go ahead and once you go and like talk to each other, and they want to challenge you, you go and start a race. So it's similar vibes to that. Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, all that stuff had that going on at that era, and it's I don't know, it made me cry because I miss games like that. Like, just fun games, very simple and stuff like that. So I'm excited to play some more once I'm done with more of my backlog. It was nice to actually go ahead and pick up and just have some fun. And of course, with Nintendo Switch Online, you have save states, so it's easy to go in and out. I can just save it at any time and then go back and jump into it. So yeah,
That's one thing that like I really like about Nintendo Switch and just about Switch Online stuff is that like right now you and I are both in the midst of this heavy RPG that you just sink hours and hours and hours into. It's like you can just kind of crawl into bed, pop on Switch Online, and just jump into Mario
yep.
Golf for a round and no big deal. That's just really refreshing sometimes.
I agree. I mean, even though emulators and stuff like that have save states, I just like the way Nintendo Switch Online does. It's just to me, it's simpler, right? Like
Right.
typically, like my Steam Deck, like if I hit save states, you press what's it, the left thumbstick and right thumbstick together, it brings up like RetroArch menu. But then I have to go ahead and like I have save state 1, 2, and 3. I'm like, man, which one is which? Where Nintendo Switch Online has like a little thumbnail and it kind of tells you where you were, so I can kind of guess or
It's
kind
more
of
it's more
gauge
like
where I was at.
it's almost kind of like a timeline.
Yeah,
You're scrolling through a timeline like on Final Cut Pro
yeah.
or Premiere Pro,
Well, that's the
where you
rewind
can
feature. Yeah, that's another nice
oh
thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah, that's another
yeah,
thing too. Yeah, they have that.
yeah.
But oh no, you're talking about where it's like it's vertical and it's the save states are that way.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
it
yeah.
has a little picture there. It's nice to see
Yeah.
that like I could kind of gauge where I'm at. But yeah, the rewind feature is also really great. Like I love that. I use that on a couple of other stuff on Nintendo Switch Online because like I would keep dying. I was like, all right, let me go back. I want to say Ninja Gaiden, I think was one of them that I just kept dying nonstop. I'm like, all right, let me rewind it and try it again. But yeah, I'm excited to play some more of that. A lot of fun games there. There's another one I was gonna try was Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes because I've never played that, but
On the GameCube.
on the GameCube, yeah,
I got
eventually.
problems with that game.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's my
problems.
that's like
What do you mean?
Yeah, they took away the accents of a few of the characters. That just
voice
kind of
acting.
bothered me a little bit. Yeah.
Like who?
Also, what's the Chinese lady Ming?
Bailey?
Was it Ming Li? Mei
Mei
Ling? Yeah,
Ling,
Mei
yeah.
Ling. They took away her voice act. I'm pretty sure they took away her accent. They took away Naomi's accent. She's British. I think those are the only two characters that had accents. Master Miller, I don't. He kind of had like a weird like American accent. If I remember, I don't remember if his was different, but I just know Naomi and Mei Ling had Americanized voices, and I didn't care for it because I thought that was like so cool. I guess part of their character was like this accent that they had.
Yeah.
And then also too, I found the button assignments really confusing on a GameCube controller. Like I could never get the hang of it. And then lastly, the revolver ocelot fight is ruined because you can just switch into first person and just snipe
Yeah.
them from across the room. So, graphically beautiful. Like you can't deny it's a beautiful game to look at.
Yeah.
The cinema scenes are great, but I didn't like it as much as I wanted to.
I think the only negative that I have for I haven't played it yet, but
Yeah,
like
I
of the
liked it.
videos that I've watched, the only negative I have is the encounter song is not the same, and that to
Oh,
me was a
really? I don't even
letdown.
remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it is. It's not the same, and the minute I found that out, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get this game because I remember going back
That's
in
like
the
half of
day
Metal Gear.
to get yeah. I was like, I remember going to like GameStop and seeing it. I was like, I really want to get it because I had every Metal Gear game at that point except for that game. At that time, Metal Gear Solid 3 was already out, so I had 1, 2, and 3. And then I had found out that the encounter song was not the same. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get it, just because of that.
Understandable.
But I do want to play it, and I will get into it. That might be the next game I try out, and maybe next week I'll discuss that. We'll see what I think about it. That's if I can get off of Star Ocean, the second story arc, because that keeps dragging me in,
Great
especially
game.
especially on my new
He's bringing out the
toy.
Steam Deck OLED. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, on my new toy, my Steam Deck OLED. Oh, so excited! I
Our
got this.
our stream just went up 100 points right now.
Yes, yes. Oh man, I love this thing. I'm actually excited that I returned to ROG Ally for this because that display is amazing, and playing
It's
Star
not the
Ocean the
OLED.
second story art. Oh man, like the opening movie is like an anime opening, and the lighting and everything with this display. I'm like, yeah, that's where it's at. It's definitely on par, I'll say, with the Switch OLED display because the Switch OLED display is really really good, and I would say
I've
they're
heard rumors they're
close.
the same.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I don't know if they're the actual same display, but yeah,
They're
it
both
is
great.
great. I've
Hmm.
tried like a bunch of games. I went and played like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Everything that I had that was like cell shaded and colorful, I just started playing them just to test it out. But the game
Stuff with
that's
lots of deep blacks are good too.
yeah, well, Star
Yeah.
Ocean, the second story
Yeah.
R is
Absolutely.
perfect
Yep.
for that.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's what I've been stuck on. Little by little, like I try to stop, but I'm like, man, like I'm playing at 90 FPS at medium settings, and I'm getting 4 hours of battery. I'm
Stop
like, yeah,
talking,
I
James.
like
Make me
it.
want to go play it right now.
You should play it. It's really good. Hey, that's
Yeah.
drawing
No,
me
no,
in
I have
more.
played it. It's good.
That's drawing me in more than Rebirth. I'll say that. That's got my attention more than Rebirth. What's up, Ash? Welcome.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. Did you play a game that was on the list and fan made at all?
No, but I know for a fact a game that you definitely wanted me to play, which is Dragon Quest III, which a game that I'm almost done with. So
Yeah.
that's all I got to say about that. I definitely have to say is that this so and so other world per se,
Hmm.
and I'm not trying to like private into spoilers.
Yeah.
I did realize it's like it's something that I'm already familiar with. I can tell you that much. I'm just like, okay, interesting.
The
So from that
first.
point, I may have to either skip all the other Dragon Quest games to play a particular Dragon Quest game, or just hold it off a little bit and just start just playing 4, 5, 6, and 7 and 8 and stuff. You know, I don't know. I can go either way. It just depends if I want to try to retain some of that information. If you catch my drift, I don't know.
For the other world? Well, no, you've already played the game that world's from.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said a
Okay,
place I was
gotcha.
familiar with. I'm not
Oh,
trying to
okay.
spoil anything, bro. Come
Yeah.
on, catch my drift, bro.
Just
Come
making
on.
sure. No, but I thought you were saying like you need to play some other things to kind of understand it. I was like, huh? Like,
No. So like, I'm just trying to figure on why it's the way it is, and maybe Dragon Quest 11 will like answer that for me.
it
That's
doesn't.
the It doesn't. Weird.
No.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but
But
I
yeah,
can give you the answer. I can give you the answer
no,
when they're not
nah,
on. It's
nah.
something you
I'll figure
gotta.
it out.
Okay, yeah, it's something
I'll
that
figure.
they don't explain. You gotta kind of like understand on your own. 11 doesn't explain that at all. Um, but
Interesting. Okay.
that's another lore dump for anything because yeah, Dragon Quest is one of the few games that some of the games actually are in the same world. 1, 2, 3, and then 11 being the games in the same world. And then of course you got 4, 5, and 6 might be on the same world. They have like very
Yeah, it might
similar
be.
elements, but
Yeah.
there's no concrete evidence that they are in the same world.
Maybe
Uh,
Dragon Quest 12 will confirm that whenever that game comes out.
maybe,
Yeah.
and that's actually a good segue into
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't that have some
discussing.
news? Yeah.
Yeah, into discussing that. Dragon Quest 12 was actually in the news this week, and
Oh, about time.
not for good reason. I will tell you that.
That's
Uh,
not good.
yeah,
Wonderful.
unfortunately,
Delayed?
yeah. Yes. It seems
Okay.
that it might be delayed or, issues might be going on. And basically, this is a report that was from Bloomberg. And I'm reading it from The Gamer because the Bloomberg thing has a paywall, so I can't really read it from there. But according to them, yeah, Yu Miyake, who was part of the Dragon Quest team for quite some time, is stepping down. And it sounds more like he was moved to a different area because Square's putting him in the mobile games division. And it
Yeah,
seems that
I
part of
believe
the
that.
reason there is because they're not meeting deadlines. So this sounds like Dragon Quest 12 is nowhere near finish. And it's kind of sad because Miyake is responsible for producing every Dragon Quest game since Dragon Quest 5. And you guys know how I feel about Dragon Quest 5. Like, 5 is definitely the best Dragon Quest game there. So it's kind of interesting to see that they're moving him from there. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. Supposedly, it's rumored that his replacement is going to be Yosuke Saito, who's worked on Near Automata and Near Replicant. And that kind of scares me because those are both action RPGs. And is that mean that Dragon Quest XII is going to be more of an action RPG like Final Fantasy than a turn-based RPG?
Watch out, James. James is going for the bottle. Watch out.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't think that's gonna happen though. I mean,
hope
even though
not.
yeah, like the thing is, the game's been the game's main thing has been turn based for a while. It'll be weird for
Yeah.
them to even change to the action RPG style. I mean, it can still work, but I mean, it's been like that for a while now, and then now you're gonna make the sudden switch. And you said that he's gonna be the producer for the game, right? Mainly.
Yeah, he was the producer for it. So yeah, because it's still all falling under like Yuji Horii, so he oversees the projects, kind of like what Toriyama was with Dragon Ball, right? Like he oversaw the project, he put his insight, but then you had other people kind of working.
Then at this
It's kinda
point it's not
similar.
going to be an action RPG. I wouldn't worry about that, especially if you got a lot of especially if you got somebody like Yuji Horii that's overseeing this. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not even worried about it because like when you're changing like a whole thing like that from turn-based to action RPG, then you probably need to have like a whole set of programmers to even like code that stuff to begin with, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that turn-based people can't, code an action RPG, but they're already used to coding the like the similar modules from past Dragon Quest games onto the new one. So
Yeah.
for them to like go a complete 180 on how to play the game,
Yeah.
one, that's probably gonna put a lot more budget onto the game, and on top of that, that's probably gonna like not reach. It's probably not gonna reach a lot less deadlines on certain like parts of the game and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's going to be fun. It's not going to be turned to action RPG or anything like that. It's going to stay,
If-
turn based and stuff.
If they kept with the turn base, like what do you think they could add to like freshen up the turn based style RPG?
I don't know. I don't know that. You can ask James because I only
Yeah.
so far I only play 1, 2, and 3. I don't I don't know what 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 entail for me. I know 5, it's a bit crazy when it comes to story, but one, I can tell you all differences in what between 1, 2, and 3. So in the first one, it was just one guy. He took care of everything. He saved the princess. I think what's really wholesome is that he carried the princess back to the castle. I thought it was extremely cute. But he fought the dragon by himself. He beat the archfiend by himself. No problem. Freaking Chad all together. 2, you have pretty much cousins united together to fight the archfiend, so that they're pretty much introduced actual parties and stuff. And then 3, you still have the hero, but you have a lot more customization when it comes to what different party members do you want to have on the team and stuff. So that's like practically one of the big
job
things.
classes
So,
and advanced
job classes, personalities, so on and so forth. Right?
Mhm.
Don't know what 4, 5, 6. 4, I think is monster capturing. Right? You team up with monsters.
No, that's 5.
No. Oh, that's 5. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what 4 does. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't know. So
Yeah. I mean, 4 is really, it's not even the turn-based elements that was innovative. It's the way the story unfolds, right? It's chapters of the chosen, which is you have different chapters, and each chapter follows different members of what would be your party in the end. You don't play as the hero from the beginning. The hero is actually the last person you play as. So you start
that's
off with a
something
set
I
of
didn't
characters.
notice.
And
Yeah.
you start with a set of characters, you follow their story, and then it ends. Then you go to a new group of characters. You start using their
That's so
story,
funny.
then it ends. And you go to a new one, and then finally at the end, not the final chapter, but like the second to the last chapter is you're finally the hero. And then you kind of go through, and then
That
little by
kind
little,
of
you
sounds
find
similar
everybody.
to Octopath Traveler. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nah,
So it sounds like Octopath Traveler
kinda,
took some ideas
yeah.
from Dragon Quest IV a little bit.
Kinda, I guess. Yeah, it's similar, but not really, because like you kind of go in any way. Here, it's like it's a set story.
Oh, okay.
And everybody actually talks and interacts with each other, unlike Octopath Traveler. So-
Man, it's such a letdown.
But yeah, I don't know in terms of like what could be innovative. To me, honestly, I think Dragon Quest is fine the way it is. You know, Dragon Quest XI didn't really change the formula at all. They did everything that pretty much every other Dragon Quest did. It was just a great.
Yeah, the only
classic
difference is
RPG.
like you can move your character within a certain ring, you know,
Yeah.
during the battle, which is kind of fun, you know, because you can
Yeah.
kind of just look around
Yeah.
while that was going on. I was just thinking outside, like, what could they do to like entice more people, like new players,
Yeah.
eventually
maybe,
to come in
I
and play
mean,
it.
I don't know.
When you
I don't
say
know.
that, like I can see something like a gauge. I'm trying to think of a game that's similar to this, almost like Valkyria Chronicles. If you ever played that,
Play the
where you have
yep,
a
love it.
gauge and you actually make the movement a little bit more important. So like you can do certain attacks in certain positions, but you have a movement gauge and you can only move as far as that gauge lets you go. So like, let's say if you have like a backslash attack or whatever, you can move to behind the enemy, but if your movement gauge doesn't reach you that far, you can't get there and use that attack. I mean, I can see like positioning be better, but then becomes more of a tactical RPG than an actual like turn-based RPG at that point.
I mean,
so,
they can kind of do that because you again, Dragon Quest XI, you can already move your character around, right? Maybe they just limit that to where like they maybe add a timer where you have to make an action, like quicker, because some people will just sit there, and think. Maybe they make you make a decision faster.
Like what Final Fantasy does with the ATB.
Pretty much.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. Or maybe even like how you have party members, right? They're limited to 3, but maybe you can like partner up one of your like party members with another party member, and they can do like an assist attack off screen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh, that's some Tales of Rise stuff right there too. That's funny. But
just something else to kind of like or just something
Tales
else.
of Rise did it better though.
To like, I think just to entice new.
I don't know about that, man.
New gamers to the genre.
Yeah, I don't know, because like Yuji Horii is very traditional, and one thing I think that's made Dragon Quest a delight is that it kind of doesn't change or stray from the formula, and it's nice because like when you have something like Final Fantasy that's always constantly changing, like every game is different, you get some things that are like good, and some things you're like, I kind of miss this aspect of it, where Dragon Quest is kind of like just the same. But I mean, I can see that because Square Enix is very weird right now. Like they don't want to take chances, and they're trying to figure out ways to go ahead and kind of cater to the West more and more. So I could see them doing that.
Which sucks.
Maybe they add like time things like with Super Mario RPG, with the like block and the miss, add to the where you can have some control about critical hits or dodging and stuff like that.
Like Sea of Stars.
Yeah, Sea of Stars, Mario RPG.
Just because that made it a little fun, because it added an extra stuff versus just you hitting attack and watching it. Yeah. I mean, it was still turn-based, but it still made it a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's all depends on how they want to target a certain demographic for DQ12. Because I feel like they were already trying to target new people when it came to the Muso Dragon Quest games and stuff. So, because these days people are more geared towards action oriented or RPGs to begin with. So I don't know. It's interesting. It just really depends on what Square Enix is trying to target for the next Dragon Quest 12 game.
Yeah.
And if they're going to start trying to stick with their original audience, then they can just go with the same formula, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. And from that point, something they can add new to it is pretty much just lore. It's just the thing is, I don't know what they can possibly add. I mean, like y'all said, they can grab elements from other games and stuff, but I don't know if it will grab attention to like other from other fans from different series and stuff. So that just really depends from that point. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think they.
Dude, what if Dragon Quest XII was Strangers of Paradise? Not in the sense of action, but in the sense of you play a hero. Yeah, but you play a hero that that has different levels, and each level is a different Dragon Quest game.
Didn't they done that already?
I mean, 11 has the.
Yeah, I was like,
okay. See, I didn't play all the way through 11. I didn't play all the way through 11.
Well, it's a side quest. They have the ticking town, and then each town, or when you go, you find these past words, PAST, right? Past words, and when you find those words, it takes you to. I think each game has 3 different areas you go to, and you kind of like do quests and stuff like that. It's kind of interesting.
But it was a side quest though. It wasn't like the main aspect of the game.
Yeah, it was a side quest.
It could be possible. Cool. It just depends like what they're trying to target. Like I said, I feel like I mean there are weaker Dragon Quest games throughout the lineup, and a lot of people say Dragon Quest 2 for some reason because I had a fun time with it. It was great. It was fun. It was because in that game it was a bit cool. When you're trying to find your other cousins, and like later on down the line, when your cousins become sick and you got to go out and find the solution to fix the sickness, I thought that was like a cool thing. But that's besides the point.
The original NES version had like really bad encounter rates. It's like every 2 steps you were in an encounter.
I can believe that.
Even Yuji Horii said that was a mistake. That if he could go back
every 2 steps, that was cool, dude. Speaking of the bad encounter rates, I'm pretty sure you know about the Golden Claw from 3. That was bad. Oh my god, that was the worst thing
that was
ever
done
did.
that was done on purpose.
I know it was done. I know
Yeah.
it was done on purpose, but holy crap,
Yeah,
man!
I
It's still worth
something
it, though.
bad. I thought I wasn't supposed to do that when I first encountered that. I was like, man, maybe I'm not supposed to be going this way. But I did
I
it,
went
and
through it
I
all
got
the
it.
way. I
Yeah.
prepped it. I prepped with all the herbs I needed and stuff. And
Mhm.
luckily, I had one of the few weapons where I don't need to use MP to actually use one of the more spells and stuff.
Mhm.
I think at the time my hero had the Thunderbolt blade, so all I had to do is use the weapon, and you just keep spamming that
Yeah.
or the hordes, enemies, and stuff, which was easy. So at that point, when I finally got out of the place, I either can sell the golden claw for
Yeah.
10,000 money, or I can just get a martial artist and have him use that, because apparently that's like the second or third most powerful weapon you can use
Mhm.
on a martial artist, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool. I like stuff like that because you have a choice. You have a choice. You're like, all right, you can sell and get it for something else, or you can use that as an investment towards like another character and
Yeah.
stuff. You get players choices like that, which is pretty nice. I think they can just do stuff like that maybe in DQ 12 still. And the thing is that
I mean, they still do. They do similar things like that in 11 too.
yeah,
There's a lot of optional weapons. Again,
yeah.
going back to like classic RPGs, right? Like we're playing a game like Rebirth, where there really isn't any optional weapons. Like you're gonna come across a weapon and that's it. It was nice to play like Dragon Quest XI, back in 2019 or whenever it came out, where it was like you have a lineup of weapons you can buy at a shop and stuff like that, but there was like side quests that you can do to get weapons. There are those weapons you might thought you've lost, but then you're like, oh wait, I can go back and get this weapon and make it even stronger, and like all this other stuff. There was a lot of nice things, kind of like OG7 when you got the Ultima weapon,
Oh yeah.
OG Kingdom Hearts where you can get the Ultima weapon, stuff like that. Again, what I like about the classic aspect of Dragon Quest, and they need to keep that, because I feel a lot of games, because they're trying to cater to the masses, are losing
It's
these
streamlined.
small little things, yeah, that made these past games fun. Instead of getting these optional weapons and having these quests, they're like, no, let's go ahead and throw in 1 million side quests that mean nothing. And yeah, like that was kind of that's Rebirth talk. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do my review on Rebirth, and like I thought Final Fantasy 16 was the worst, but this one's even worse. Not just kidding. Let's move on to our next little bit of small news. Star Wars Outlaws is gonna have a story trailer coming April 9th, and I'm actually excited for this game. It seems like I don't know how you want to put it, like Assassin's Creed Star Wars type game. You guys know what Star Wars Outlaws is, right?
Yeah, is it? Oh god, I hope I'm not wrong saying this. Is this the Amy Hennig game? Is she doing this or no?
I don't think she's doing it. No, not to my
Okay,
knowledge.
what is she doing?
I have no clue. It's the Ubisoft game.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think she's the one that's helming it. Not to my knowledge. I mean, I could be wrong, but it's the one
I'm
that
looking
they
it up.
showed off at the Ubisoft Connect. I think it's called, whatever their little.
Oh no, Amy Hennig's doing the new Marvel game. That's the one she's doing.
Well, what's
That Marvel 1943.
Who's
Okay.
Amy Hemming exactly? Is she good at what she
like-
does?
Yeah, she did
or-
like
Uncharted
Legacy
and
of
stuff
Kain,
like
Soul
that.
Reaver, Uncharted. I think she was
Assassin's Creed,
part.
I
Was she
think
part of
she
Last
did.
of Us? Yeah,
No, she wasn't part of Last of Us. I don't.
she wasn't on
believe so.
Last of Us, but
But she
Uncharted
did
though.
Uncharted. I believe
Mhm.
she did some of the Assassin's Creed games. She has a good track record of games.
Oh,
Let's
good,
just say
good.
that. Yeah. But yeah, this looks to be pretty cool. Like I'm excited to see where it is. Like a little bit we got to see at the Ubisoft Connect. I'm like, all right, this is my cup of tea. I like me some Ubisoft tower games like that. But it looked pretty fun. It looked like a mixture of like Grand Theft Auto Star Wars, I guess you can kind of say, where it's
Oh, I think I
open.
know which one you're talking about now.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool. So I'm excited to see the story trailer and see what it has to offer there. But that,
Yeah, if you do more of a sneaky style,
Mhm.
yeah, it'd be interesting instead of the traditional hack and slash
Yeah.
all action.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree.
so
Like
this would be like a good take, a refresh, a nice fresh
yeah,
take.
I would like that. Like I think that's something that Star Wars is missing, is a open world, and it doesn't have to be like massive open world, but like open area type of Star Wars game where you're kind of like in this world and do things however you want to do it. And this is kind of like that type of game too. So
Yeah.
excited to see where this goes. Um The Wii U and 3DS servers shut down April 8th, which is Monday. And there is something that's got you covered though, and that is
Pretendo?
Pretendo. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what Pretendo is basically a kind of like they're how would you describe this, Ash? Like they're developers, right? That set up a network, basically a server, and they're getting a bunch of games to be compatible. The neat thing about Pretendo is if you have a modded Wii U or 3DS, you can be and play on the same network as people who emulate using like Citra and
Pretty much.
Simu, which is
Yep.
pretty
It's
cool.
it's open. It's an open source
Yep.
open source thing, so you can definitely contribute if anyone's out there is like a season program or something like that. And it's basically a replacement for official Nintendo servers and stuff, and you don't have to worry about anything shutting down at all. Now
Yeah.
you can go onto the website. I think it's called https pretendo.network. You do have a progress on like certain things that they're trying to work on, and so far they got 100% perfect progress on Ironfall Invasion, which that's like a 3DS game I
Yep.
forgot about. Through friends on 3DS, which is like
Gears
the friends
of War
that we can get to
3DS,
see.
that's what that is.
Yeah, that's
It's
what it was.
literally Gears of
And
War
then-
3DS.
And so like they probably got I got like the three features working on the Wii U, which is the friend side of the Wii U and the Wii U chat, and then the friends on the 3DS, and the rest of the games, which is like Steel Diver, Sub Wars, Mario Kart 7, which is 50%. It's still a work in progress. And the thing is, you can definitely donate to them. Let's see, you can donate. Is it okay? I guess you have to like make an account, but and everything. But
You do have to make an
overall,
account
in
to use
short,
it, yeah.
it's just in these are just several open source servers that you can just like connect your modded stuff to in order to play online on these consoles. And this is pretty much a perfect version of preservation of online play. So I love
Yeah,
this. So
Me too. I was gonna say like it's kind of cool. Like the first time I heard about it was watching is it John from Game Explain, watching a video where he mentioned it, and since then I've looked into it, and I think it's pretty cool. It's the first of its kind that I know of. Especially what makes it really awesome is like I can have like Citra on my Steam Deck, and let's say if I want to play like Smash Bros 3DS online, I could play it there.
oh yeah,
And if
yeah,
I pick
Smash
up my
for 3DS.
3DS, I have my 3DS that's modded there. I can have Pretendo there as well, and I can pick up Smash 3DS and just play directly from my 3DS. So it's nice to be able to play on whatever device I want using the same
Exactly.
network, which is
Yeah,
really awesome.
I've got a homebrew 3DS, homebrew Wii U, and a homebrew Wii.
I got a
So
homebrew my Wii U.
This makes it very interesting for me then.
Yeah,
they
so
have
like
a Miiverse type of deal. Like it's they basically revive Miiverse, and if you're on the Pretendo network, you can go there and they have different pages for Miiverse and stuff like that.
oh, that's freaking
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
So you
see,
can go
this
ahead
is
and
stuff
do
I'm
that. So if
talking
you
about,
play,
man.
yeah, if you play like for example like Smash Wii U, where you have the Miiverse level, now you can see like different things popping up in the background because since Miiverse shut down, it doesn't really show anything anymore. But now you can. I'm sorry, I keep taking my glasses 'cause I got like something in my eye and it's like really bothering me.
Damn, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the Pretendo network. Highly recommend looking it up. You can just Google search Pretendo and it should show up. Really neat open source project. And yeah, I think it's awesome. I'm gonna mess around with it. I haven't messed around with it yet, but I'm definitely gonna mess around with it sometime.
Yeah, I might mess around with it later on as well. But yeah, it's great. It's I love to see this and everything. And yeah, it's basically a whole bunch of nerdy dudes that want to preserve something, and they're probably very bored at their very company right now. So they want to recreate something that's fun. So it's great.
Yeah, which is funny because speaking of preservation, Sarah Bond announced that they've created a brand new team that's dedicated to preserving their Xbox games. What does that
Oh,
mean?
good.
I don't know. Like I'm really wondering, what does this mean? If this means that we're gonna get Lost Odyssey finally on PC, then let's do it.
Well,
If
I
this-
hope they follow through with it.
Yeah, if this doesn't mean that, then I don't care. So like that's where I'm at. Like just give me it on PC. Allow me to buy it on Steam so I can play Lost Odyssey on my Steam Deck. Same
Yeah,
with
I would
Blue
love
Dragon and
to have
everything.
that. So that way I can just buy it and just run on my PC and just call it a day. Just preserve it, and you get money. There you go.
I mean, you have to say that Microsoft by far has the best track record when it comes to stuff like this.
I extremely agree with that. Yes.
I don't know.
Like the
Yes, indeed.
Xbox Series, like you go on that thing. I mean, you have stuff going all the way back to Xbox. PlayStation doesn't have that. I mean, Nintendo kind of has it with the Switch Online, but like
I have Legend of Dragoon
software you can
on my
buy.
PS5.
Yeah, but that's like one thing. Like if you look at freaking, or are you being sarcastic? Or are you being serious?
No, I'm being serious. Like
Oh,
they
yeah,
have
but
a lot of things, and they keep
not as
adding
much
more.
as Microsoft.
Here's
Yeah,
the
like
thing.
one game every other month.
Here's the
I
thing, right?
mean,
Here's the thing.
I mean,
I get.
yeah,
Listen, I
like,
get what you mean.
Mhm.
I get what you mean, James. But like
Yeah.
they just recently, like that was like 1 or 2 years ago, like they released Legends of Dragoon.
Yeah.
We're talking about going on your Xbox Series X and putting a 360 disc inside of that damn thing,
Yeah.
and then the game's actually being upscaled up to the resolution of the TV. That's what that's what Brian's talking about. Their Xbox, when it comes to backwards compatibility and preservation, they got that stuff covered right there. All right.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, you have to go online just to get Dragon Dragoon. What if you already own the game? What do you just put into your PS5? Oh yeah, you can.
No,
I wonder
if you owned it digitally, it's still yours.
Digital. Damn, I'm sorry, bro.
If you owned it digital, you didn't have to
again.
rebuy it. No, you don't have to buy it again. If you owned it digital and you bought it from PS3 when it was digital, you own it on PS5.
I mean, didn't Legend of Dragoon came out on PS1?
Yeah, but you were able to buy it on PS3 digitally and PSP digitally.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is that okay, on the fat PS3, I know for a fact you can play PS1 games, but
Yeah.
I know on the slim
The old
PS3
ones,
you
yeah.
can't. Yeah, you cannot. Right.
Correct.
And that's the thing
slim
that
you
Brian's trying to
could.
think of.
I think the slim you could, the super slim you couldn't.
Wait, what, are we talking about PlayStation 1 games or PlayStation
Yeah.
2 games?
PlayStation 1 games
Play-
on PS3.
PlayStation 1 games you can play on any PS3. I can play
Okay,
PS1
what's
games
that?
on my
Really?
PS2 games you can only do on like the first generation fat. That's it.
Yeah.
And then after that they took that out. But any PS3 can play any black disc PS1 game.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll see where this goes in terms of preservation and what they mean by that. I mean, honestly, I don't know. To me, as of right
That's one
now,
of the
it's
things
just,
they got going for them.
I mean, to me, it's just noise. Like they're just saying noise. Like, hey, look at us. You know, we're still here, and I don't care, man. Just put out good games. That's it. That's what they need to do. Put out good games,
Hey.
and that's it. I don't care about your initiatives and your whatever out there. Just put out good games. That's what I need for you to do now, because preservation is very important. Yes, I 100% agree. We talk about preservation a lot on the podcast and just in the channel in general. But like Xbox right now, your problem is none of that. Your problem is your games. Like
Yeah, I agree.
work on that. That's what you need to do. Because if you want us to talk about you, do that. That's what you need. Make Lost Odyssey 2, and I guarantee you, everybody will flock back to you.
Listen, y'all just saw me defending Microsoft on this stance. That's the only time you're going to see me defending Microsoft, okay? And that's it.
That's
all
right.
right. That's the only thing they got going for them.
Just hire Sakaguchi, man. Just give Sakaguchi a bag. Be like, here, make Lost Odyssey 2. That's all you gotta do.
Yep.
Make instead of like Final Fantasy, make like End Fantasy or something like that. Like I don't know, like make something. Something. All right. Let's talk about this bit. This amazing bit of news that came out. Well, I want to say it was a couple days ago.
Hold on, before we get into this, did you see the DM that I sent you, James?
No, right now?
Yeah,
I did not. Let me see.
Okay, look at the DM I sent you. Because I have a feeling I know where this is going, and I don't think we really can.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Continue.
No.
Wait, send me the DM. What was it?
No, we'll talk about it after the podcast.
All right,
I'll tell you later.
Okay. So this bit of news came out a couple days ago, and apparently Bafta had a survey conducted for the most iconic video game character.
Oh God!
And somehow, everybody agreed that Lara Croft from Tomb Raider is the most iconic video game character out there. And like, when I saw this, it was like, this supposed to be like some type of like late April Fool's joke or something like that.
I wish it was too, but it's real.
But the list was revealed, and I'm gonna read off the list. And this list is crazy. Like the numbering, I'm like, I don't know who was here. Like I don't know who went and voted for this, but like either they live in a bubble or something, because something is wrong with this list. But let's go off this list.
Okay.
The number one most iconic video game character is Lara Croft.
All right. Wait. Before I stop, let me stop you there.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
surprised you're starting at 1.
Which Lara Croft
Yeah.
are they talking about? Are they talking about modern Lara Croft or
I think they
in
just mean
general.
Lara Croft
I
in
think
general.
they just mean her in general. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
Continue.
yeah, I am starting at number 1 because I just want people to realize how crazy this list is from 1 to 20. Number 2 is Mario. Right? Number 3 is Agent 47. Like Agent 47 is number 3. Number 4 is Sonic. Number 5 is Sackboy.
I can't believe this.
Number 6 is Pac-Man. Number 7 is Link. Number 8 is Master Chief. Number 9 is Kratos. Number 10 is Shadowheart. Does anybody here know who Shadowheart is?
No, I don't.
I love Shadowheart. She's great.
Number 11 is Arthur Morgan.
Oh, I know.
Number
Arthur Morgan.
12.
Yeah.
Number 12 is Pikachu.
What?
Number 13 is Minecraft Steve. Number 14 is Solid Snake. Number 15 is Crash. Number 16 is Cloud Strife. Number 17 is, I believe it was pronounced Astarion, right? That's how his name is pronounced? Astarion?
I don't know.
Astarion?
I don't
What's that from again? Is
I
that
don't
is
know.
oh is that
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. Number 18 is Kazuma Kiryu. Number 19
Okay.
is Ellie. And number 20 is Nathan Drake.
What?
Okay.
I might have
So,
missed it. Was Mega Man
That's
here?
the-
I missed it.
Mega Man,
Mega Man was not on
He's
there.
not even in there. Steve's like,
So,
It's a
That's a
bum
joke.
list.
I'm not believing that. That's a joke. Okay.
so missing from this list.
So I
right,
wonder
I'm
if there's
wondering-
a recency bias because of the Lara Croft remaster.
That's what. That's what. I mean, okay. The thing is, I thought
There-
they were trying to
there's
gear
gotta
towards
be-
modern Lara Croft because I guess she's a bit more
Well,
well known compared to
they,
old school.
they
Lara Croft.
released
I
the
don't know.
Tomb Raider remaster, which is Tomb Raider 1 through
Yeah.
3.
But here
Like
Yeah.
recently, like it came out like this year.
Could be
So for
that, yeah. But
me-
why they put Pikachu at number 5?
Yeah, I know. It's just the list makes like no sense.
no,
I
Pikachu's
know.
number 12. Pikachu's number 12.
That's
Yeah.
even worse.
Yeah. So
You didn't
yeah,
even
this
break
is
the
what's
top
crazy.
10.
Pokemon is the number 1 franchise in the world.
Exactly.
And it's Pikachu's number 12. Like, to me, if I go outside right now and hand a picture to somebody, like, do you know who this is? I guarantee you they're probably not going to know who Lara Croft is. But if I show them a picture of Pikachu, they'll know. If I show them a picture of Mario, they'll know. Like, maybe even Sonic, they'll know. Pac-Man, they'll know. Like, everybody knows Pac-Man. You know, but, like, number 12 being
I think-
Pikachu and number 10 being Shadowheart.
People will know Lara Croft, but just not nearly as much as those other people that you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I'm not
even
saying that
close.
nobody's going to know, right?
Right,
But I'm saying,
right.
like, your,
she's
your
gonna be
average
known,
person.
but not super known like compared to other.
She's not
characters.
Pikachu. Hell
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, she's definitely not Pikachu. Like people will remember Lara Croft regardless, but the thing is that she's not as popular compared to other characters on this
Yeah.
list, right? It's just baffling to me how Mega Man's not even on that list.
Yeah.
you,
Well,
you
like,
know,
You're telling me that people don't know, like Mega Man. I'm pretty sure a lot more people know Mega Man, like Yoshi, like any of the Mario Universe characters, like
Kirby.
Luigi,
where's
like-
Kirby at?
like Luigi, yeah, Kirby. Like, you know how much Kirby like merch is out there?
Yeah, so
like,
much. It's
Bro,
crazy.
Yeah, like if Mario's number 2, Luigi's got to be number 3. Like that makes no sense. Like you cannot.
Well,
have-
actually, if you kind of stick with like the meme of Luigi, he wouldn't even be anywhere near the list, right? Because he's Luigi
Yeah.
or whatever.
It's
yeah.
a side character. Yeah.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
But like I don't know, man. Like
They said this list was based on more than 4,000 players worldwide. The problem is
That's
like,
4,000.
They're all
players.
8 years old.
there's gonna be a lot of like bias on who they prefer as a character. For one, if you're talking about most iconic video game character, you have to go outside of players,
yeah.
right? People who play video games.
Even if you play
Like-
video games, like everybody knows who's Mario, and from your average Call of Duty player
Yeah,
to like
but
you know
everybody-
Fortnite kids.
yeah, but like your everyday person,
Yeah.
right? Like just your round of the mill, everyday, blue
Yeah.
collar person. They're when you want to do most iconic, it's someone who knows exactly who it is without having to be part of that like genre or that.
Oh, that's
universe.
fine.
right?
That's fine. Pikachu and Mario still take the cake because I can show them a picture of Pikachu and they'll get it immediately. And if they don't even know Pokemon, sometimes they'll call multiple Pokemon Pikachu's. Pikachu is that well known. So
here's the best barometer. I'll take any of you up on this bet. Compare the amount of money that the Mario movie made compared to the 3 Tomb Raider movies, and let's combined, and let's see who got more money.
Do it. Who had? Let's find out. Let's see what.
I don't even need to look this up.
Well, technically there was 4 Tomb Raider movies, right?
Or yeah, okay, maybe
one.
Or maybe I'll
That makes it
maybe I'll
worse.
put together. Maybe they come close to Mario, but like Mario.
No, there's only 3.
Yeah, there's only 3. There's the 2
There's 2 with
Angelina Jolie
Angelina
ones,
Jolie
Okay.
and one
and
with the
there's
new
one
girl.
with the new girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let me see. It says, well, I'm not sure if it's including all of them.
I didn't even know the Tomb Raider had movies. so box office had made 1.36 billion worldwide.
Which one are you?
What,
thinking of?
Mario or Tomb Raider?
Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Okay.
Really? Because yeah, then here, according to this, it says Tomb Raider did 275 million worldwide.
Okay, 275 million.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's do the
so how much
sequel.
did the Super Mario worldwide
So-
was? What was it?
1.36 billion. That's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
Yeah, there's no
billion.
way.
Oh, I thought you said
Yeah.
one. I thought you said 136 million. I'm sorry.
no.
I
I
was
said
saying, like,
1.36
that's pretty
billion.
small.
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
Tomb Raider barely broke 275 million.
Yeah,
The
then
second one
was
barely broke
160.
160, and the third one barely broke 274 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mario wins.
Yeah, Mario wins.
Yeah,
By,
man.
like,
It,
Yeah,
it
man.
literally sold all 3 movies.
What,
Yep.
what about
Like he made 3 times more
In
than all
one
3 of those
movie.
movies in
Yep.
one movie.
Put together. Yep.
what about the Sonic the Hedgehog movies?
Oh, that's a good.
So Sonic Hedgehog 2 made 405.4 million, and then the first one did 306.8 million.
I bet it'll crack a bill when that third one comes out or come real close
Oh
to it.
man,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait for when that comes out. And honestly, I need to see another trailer. I need also see confirmation that the movie's gonna come out soon. I hope.
They did. I think
They just
did
wrapped filming it.
December.
They just wrapped filming
Yeah,
it.
yeah, they
it's
did.
coming out
Just
this
wrapped
year.
up filming it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, yeah, like I don't. This list is just crazy to me. Like Pikachu and being number 12 and Minecraft Steve being number 13 and Shadowheart being number 10. Like I don't think so. Sackboy being number 5. Like nah. Like
Yeah, when was the last freaking Little Big Planet game that came out? 3,
PS5
like
launch.
10 years ago?
Oh, no,
Oh,
PS5
yeah,
launch,
little
Sackboy's-
Sackboy's
yeah.
Big Adventure. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
which is
Yeah.
a good game. It's a good game. I really
Yeah, that's
enjoy it.
good.
Oh, it's a game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
it's a
play
good
it.
game. It's on PC as well. So you
Oh,
can get it on PC.
cool. Yeah, I'm gonna wish this.
It's basically Super Mario 3D World, but with Sackboy.
Oh,
It's Little
cool.
Big
Cool.
Planet physics. It is what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. But like Agent 47 being number 3, like
Oh,
No.
That's
so
ridiculous.
what?
if I were to ask
No
my wife, like, who is
way.
this guy, she would not know who.
Some
Agent
bald
47
dude?
is. Yeah,
Some bald dude with it.
yeah, exactly. It's like that to me. That like this list is just crazy. Like Arthur Morgan, I think like most gamers know who he is because even I know him, and I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2 at all. But like, I still like him being 11. I don't know, like Cloud being 16, maybe being higher on the list. Like I feel like Solid Snake should be not. I mean, not
Oh yeah,
higher, but like
yeah.
more
Bro,
like
Solid Snake is not even
closer
there.
to 1. Like Solid Snake, I feel like should be around 10.
In the top 10 at least. Yeah.
Exactly. Because I feel like more people know him. Like Kiryu being number 18. I'm sorry, but he's not even in the top 20 in terms of people.
Who's
knowing him.
Kiryu again? Is that Yakuza? Who's
Yeah.
Kiryu?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
from
Yeah.
Yakuza.
Yeah.
That's who that is.
I didn't even
then-
know that really.
Yeah. He's not iconic, but
know
he's a
Ichiban
good
more.
character. He's a good character,
Yeah.
but he's not iconic. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ichiban's actually. I feel like he's more popular right now.
Ichiban's a
than-
great character.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Ellie being number 19, like maybe I don't know. Asterion, like Baldur's Gate 3 again. Like I don't think he should be there.
so
Biggest
Ellie's
highway
there
robbery.
because
I
of
can
the
see
TV show.
Ellie being on that list, mainly because if it's trying to gear towards a casual audience, I could definitely see Ellie being on that list. Not high up, but on
Yeah.
that list somewhere.
Mhm.
There was another character that I thought will
It's
be
funny
on that list
how
because of
Laura's
casual
number
audience.
1 and Nathan Drake, which is basically the male version of Laura's 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That
some
is
sexism
funny.
right there. Yep.
Yep, that is funny. It's funny that you put that. And I feel that
So-
Uncharted would be, especially if we're looking at recency bias. I feel like Uncharted would be higher up because of the Uncharted movie with Tom Holland. you
Yeah.
know? That's my opinion when it comes to that. But even then, I don't even think Nathan Drake would be in the top 20. Like if I had to
Mm.
go through this list and try to name 20 iconic characters, see,
We
I could
should go
probably
around and say who our favorite is and who the most iconic is in our opinion.
who our favorite of this list is.
No, just in general. Like, who do we think is the most iconic, and who is our favorite? Or
Oh,
if they're one and the same, that's fine.
I mean, to me, like the most iconic is Mario, like hands down. Like Mario and maybe Pikachu, right? I think like those two would be the most
Battling 1 and
iconic.
2.
Yeah, because and you can probably interchange them because everybody knows Mario and everybody knows Pikachu. There's not one person, in my opinion, that does not know what a Pikachu is. Kind of like what Ash says. Like they see a Pokemon, oh, you got a Pikachu. It's not a Pokemon, it's a Pikachu.
Yeah.
Like Pikachu.
My
just as a
7-year-old
mascot.
son has a Pokemon card and he knows Pikachu.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like it's just very iconic. Same thing with Mario, especially, I mean, I don't know, like the people that's grown up at least anybody from the ages of, well, maybe not 1, but like maybe 2 years old to the age of like 80 knows who Mario is.
I would say Mario is close to in line of being as recognizable as
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would agree with that 100%. Pac-Man is probably a close 3 because I feel like a lot of people know who Pac-Man is. Even people who don't play games know who Pac-Man is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree.
And then I would put Minecraft, probably Minecraft Steve and Sonic somewhere between 4 and 5 between those two, because everybody has played Minecraft and knows Minecraft. And if you look at the character, you just think Minecraft. Maybe you don't know Steve, but you know Minecraft guy.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Brian, I just sent you the DM. Is that what was about earlier?
Correct.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. That makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah.
So your the most iconic is Mario, and then who's your favorite? Would you say?
My favorite character.
Mm-hmm.
Like out of this list or in
any game character like that I would say would be like in the iconic conversation, probably.
In the iconic.
Okay.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I was.
It's hard to say, like,
or drop that your favorite character in general. I don't care about the iconic.
General. I mean,
in general.
Even then, that's kind of hard because I love Solid Snake. Like Snake. I mean, actually, let me rephrase that. I don't like Solid Snake. I like Big Boss. Like Big Boss. Like, Big Boss is the man. Like, I've always thought the title of Big Boss was awesome. Like listening to that and just playing Peace Walker, and every time you were doing like the intro where you're doing the tutorial, like everybody's like boss, or even Metal Gear Solid 5 it does that. I always thought just Big Boss was cool, the eye patch and everything. Like everything about Big Boss was pretty awesome. I mean, in that top 20 list, he'd probably be there. But like Sonic is also, even though he might not have the best games, as a character, I've always liked him. Even as a kid, I was always jealous that
he dripped cool when you were a kid. He dripped cool. I mean,
he still is like that Sonic that you have back there.
He's got the sneakers.
Awesome. Like,
he ate chili dogs.
And I just like and he's always had a cool voice actor. Like I've always liked his
Jaleel White.
Yeah, it's right. Starting off with him, it was awesome, and then you had
and then the guy from Parks and Rec is his now what's his name?
Yeah,
Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz is his movie voice actor.
It's good, very good.
The Sonic Prime voice actor is pretty cool. It's a new guy, and he does a great job of sounding like Roger Craig.
Oh yeah.
He sounds like he really good. You got Roger Craig Smith who does who did the games for a little bit. What's his name? Jason Griffith, who did it from, what was his first game? Well, he did Sonic X and he did.
Oh, you're referring to Jason Griffith. Okay, so Sonic X, I think he was also part of Shadow of the Hedgehog as well.
Yeah, Shadow of the Hedgehog was his first Sonic game.
What else? Sonic Riders?
Yeah, I think Sonic Riders was his first game.
And Sonic Riders, and then
before him, you had what's his name? Why can't I
Ryan Drummond?
Yes, Ryan Drummond.
Yeah, Ryan Drummond.
Sonic Adventure, and he's the one that started the "You're too slow." Like he was the one that had that voice, and then
you see, to me, Ryan Drummond was my favorite Sonic actor and stuff, and I don't know
Jason Griffith just because of the intro of Sonic Unleashed. Every time you start a level, he's like, "Here we go," and then you just. But I just always loved that line, and ever since then I just say it randomly. Like, I'm taking my kids to school, and right before I drive, I say that, because it's just I just like that line, the way he said it.
At least you're not like the Joker in Batman, in the Dark Knight. And here we go.
You know
Right,
what
that's
you know what you can do is that if you ever decide to get a Tesla later on down the line, there's a feature that you can actually change your horn to like a sound effect. So when you drop your kids from school, you can actually get that same "here we go" sound effect and make that as your horn for like any Tesla vehicle that you're gonna.
Your kids will think you're way cool. They'll think you're way cool, James.
My horn would just be like, "You're too slow. You're too slow." Like, because that's when I'm beeping the horn. That's probably what I'm doing, right? It's doing that. But yeah, yes, it'll be a tie between like Snake and Sonic.
Big Boss.
Even though
Big Boss and Sonic.
yeah, exactly. Like, even though I love Link, like, who doesn't love Link? But I think those two are kind of like my favorite, I guess. And Kiryu's awesome though. He is one of my favorite protagonists. So is Crash. So is everybody else. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. I said one of each, James. Come on now.
Hey, that is one of each. I'm saying one of each game. You didn't say one of each one.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah, you guys could go ahead. What's your number one and number? Well, I guess your number ones.
So I'm gonna, since you did like 6, I'm gonna just do 3. The most iconic is Mario, and I mean, flat out, I think. I mean, it's like a fan said, it's getting to Mickey Mouse territory anywhere. And then you have the movie that just came out that made so much money, and that, I mean, there's no comparison.
Yeah.
As far as my favorite game character of all time, like from a narrative perspective and everything ever, is Clive Rossfield from Final Fantasy 16. But as far as like, yeah, that's right, eat it, James. And then my like the most iconic character, or like in the iconic conversations, Mega Man. Like that's my choice.
Yeah, Mega Man's also good. Mega Man, OG Mega Man or X?
OG.
OG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I've never liked Mega Man OG.
The Blue Bomber, man. The Blue Bomber.
I liked him in Mega Man.
I can't hear you, James. I need to go to the kick button here.
The minute Bass was introduced, I was like, yeah, that's my guy, Bass. And then of course when Zero was introduced,
Proto Man.
That's it. Proto Man was also cool.
His
I always whistle his introduction. Loved his introduction. So amazing. But yeah. What about you, fan?
I mean, yeah, for sure, Mario is number 1. My favorite.
He even says he's number 1. Like,
yeah,
it's
me. So I mean, like, it's
Mario, number 1.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite. I mean, I would probably have to say like Link, just because every Nintendo console I ever own, I always get a Zelda game. Like, it's like a must. I don't ever pass on it, so I always get it. So that's gonna be for me as my favorite. My most iconic. That's a tough one.
Look at all this amiibo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. I can't think on that one. I'm just gonna stick with those two. Mario should be most iconic, and Link is my favorite.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know how I realized was not on that list? And well, I have one half of that character, but like I have Ken, but like Ryu should be on that list. Like, you cannot tell me
that's true.
Yeah. Street Fighter. I mean, even if they don't know his, like, if just a regular everyday person don't know his name is Ryu, they're like, oh, that's the guy from Street Fighter.
Yeah,
he's the one that shoots the fireballs. It's one of those. Yeah.
Ash, how about you?
I'm gonna go against the grain and say Pikachu is the most the most iconic, mainly because I'm really just banking on the fact that there's so much like Pokemon like related events that happen in Japan. Like, literally the first thing you're gonna see once you get to one of the airports in Japan is like a whole bunch of Pokemon stuff, literally. Yeah. And so just crap ton of advertisements like literally everywhere about Pokemon. There's made cafes for Pokemon in Japan. It's just crazy, right? Now, as for my favorite character of all time, it is hard to choose, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm probably going to pass on this one too, just like fan, because there's like so many characters that like I love a lot. It's just so far I just never chose like a number 1 for me, so.
Trying to see like what Pokemon's like I guess is it net worth that we'll be looking for? What would be the right thing to find out?
Yeah, the Pokemon IP will be like net worth or something like that. So let me see.
That's gotta be some bills.
Yeah,
A lot.
list of highest gross.
They're
media
worth
franchise.
100 billion.
92 billion.
You know, they're, by 2022 they were 100 billion, so that could have been higher. And then if you look at Mario Network, let's see.
Yeah, this one here, I don't know.
Only 36 billion.
Yeah, because this one,
I'm
Grossing
seeing
media
6.8
franchises of
trillion.
all time.
according to
wow.
Wikipedia, and this one, who knows?
Oh,
what
that's
this is
Nintendo.
already
Never mind.
updated.
Hold up a second.
It
Also,
says
keep in mind that
48 billion.
Nintendo doesn't own Pikachu, or Nintendo doesn't like own Pikachu. Isn't that technically Game Freak or whatever? Isn't that like a?
It's the
No,
Nintendo
The
company.
Pokemon company.
Pokemon company.
Yeah, the Pokemon company owns Pikachu and Game Freak and
Yeah.
stuff. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, the
so I'm
Pokemon
on
company
Title
is
Max.
Nintendo, Creatures, and Game Freak. All three of them
Yeah.
own make up the Pokemon company.
Yeah, I'm on Title Max, and it says 25 highest grossing media franchises of all time.
Yeah,
And
Pokemon's number
Pokemon
one.
is number 1 at 92 billion.
Yeah.
Hello
Which-
Kitty is at
which I'm not
80
surprised.
billion.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about Hello Kitty, man.
Yeah.
I keep
And then
forgetting
you got
about-
Winnie the Pooh at 75 billion and Mickey Mouse at 70 billion.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised about those either. See, like
Star Wars right below that is 65 billion. And I mean, that's another Disney like IP. Like a lot of
Yeah.
Disney IP is on here. And then Mario's just sitting at a cool 36 billion.
Yeah.
So Pikachu makes almost three times as much as Mario.
Where's Lara Croft at?
Not on there.
Nowhere to be seen. I
Hey,
wonder
they
why.
just came out with the remasters of those 3 games,
Wait.
man. That's something, right?
Wait, how about Agent 47? Let me know how much he's worth. Like, I really
Oh,
want to know.
20 million? 20 mil? I'll give him that.
Like, is he worth more than Sonic? Let me know. Cause,
No, he's not.
I doubt that.
No,
Yeah,
he's
and this
not.
is for like
Those movies
this
alone,
is-
no way.
this media franchises for everything, like games, merchandise, trading cards, comics, like box office, like everything. Like it all encompasses it all. So that's
Yeah.
crazy. So it looks like majority of Pikachu is all merchandise. Majority of Mario is video games. But still, that's crazy.
Yeah.
$92 billion. Jeez.
But irregardless of the numbers, I mean, everyone's gonna know who Mario and Pikachu are. So
Yeah.
and Sonic, and Sonic too. So like, it's just
Yeah.
Those should be like in the top 5, regardless.
oh my god, they got a figure. Oh my god, I want that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is the weirdest thing, and like I've seen people defending like Laura as the most like iconic, and people are saying like
Who's
she's a
defending it?
PC game, a PC like icon. I'm like,
No, that's that one dude from Half-Life. No.
Freeman.
yeah,
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman. Or not Morgan Freeman, Gordon.
No, not Morgan Freeman.
Gordon Freeman.
Gordon. Yeah, I said
Yeah, Gordon Freeman. Yeah, like yeah, no, Lara Croft's not taking that, bro. I'm sorry. Like
Hey, if they made if they made a Half-Life game with Morgan Freeman, I'd be down with that.
I'll be laughing. That'll be great.
Yeah.
There's probably a mod out there.
It'd be funny if you could change the voice of the mother robot in Portal to Morgan Freeman.
So-
Does Morgan Freeman everything?
Oh man, but yeah, I'm very disappointed in that list. Like honestly, I mean, I don't care about the list because that list is wrong. Like never.
Our list
ever,
is better.
Yeah, never ever have I said a list was wrong, because everybody's entitled to their opinion. But this is the wrong opinion. This is the wrong opinion. Like,
So when did that article come out? That's the real
A
question.
couple days ago.
yeah, it was a few days ago.
When did the remaster come out?
Like
a couple
last
months
month?
ago.
Was
Yeah.
it a couple months? Yeah,
Then
I'm
that's
not
the
sure
thing.
about
February?
That'll be a weird time for them to curate towards the remaster after like a few months, right?
Yeah, but
I
even
think
with recency bias, like to me, like a remaster, there's no way a remaster is gonna be like, oh yeah, Lara Croft is more iconic.
The
than
remaster
Mario.
came out on Valentine's Day,
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, a couple months.
a couple
ago.
months ago.
But like with recency bias, that's like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming out. Not in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, Cloud is the most iconic character. Like I'm still not thinking that. It's like it's Mario. Like Pac-Man hasn't had a game in years, but even then, Pac-Man should be in the top 5
exactly
because people know who Pac-Man is.
he was there. He was there in the arcades, man. Shit.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah, when he was Donkey
it's
Kong,
weird.
Jumpman.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know, like yeah, Donkey Kong should be in the top 20, and he's not. You know, Miss Pac-Man should be on there. I feel like if you know Pac-Man, you know Miss Pac-Man, and definitely Miss
Exactly.
Pac-Man should be in the top
She's
20.
got a bow on her head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. you know, it's like come on, like the first palette swap character, right? Like well, I guess it wasn't a palette swap. It's just you added a bow, but it's stuff like that. Like I don't understand that list. It's kind of weird, very weird. I do want to see what list they come up with in like the most iconic, like or best video game of all time or something. Like are they gonna say like Tomb Raider 1 or something like that? Like I don't know. I would like to see that list that they come up with because
It's probably one of the it's probably one of the remakes that we'll talk about, like Shadow of the Tomb Raider or Rise of the Tomb
Like
Raider, or one of them
Spider-Man
games.
2 or something.
Spider-Man 2. Listen, there's nothing wrong with Spider-Man 2,
No, it's
but
a
I
great game,
mean,
but it's
it's
ridiculous.
it's not gonna be like up there. It's
Yeah.
just yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we all know Tears of the Kingdom is number one, but yeah. All right. Well, that's all that we have for this week. That was kind of like the big topic of this week. There was quite a few things, but we've kind of discussed, and we're trying to kind of fine tune the podcast into just like one major subject, and then kind of give our own discussions of other little things that we have to discuss because I just feel like quality wise, I try to cram too many things and get us to talk about a lot of things. And it doesn't feel natural, but when we have that one major topic like this, I feel like we can have a better conversation and kind of give our thoughts and not have to be time constrained on. Let's go ahead and drag something on for a few hours. But appreciate everyone for joining. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. Very close. 700 and I assume we're still at 798. I haven't checked.
Close to 800. I know that.
Yeah. We're at 798. So 2 more subscribers to 800 and 202 subscribers away from 1,000. So close. Appreciate you for joining. Don't forget subscribe, share the channel, helps out a lot. Follow on Twitch. We do a live stream. Hopefully we'll be back this Thursday for the group stream and then continue on from there. Next Friday I'll probably continue Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth and try to go for that. Like I want to finish it, but Star Ocean, the second story arc is just like it's got my attention. It's really good, and the Steam Deck OLED, love it. Ash, where's your Steam Deck OLED?
Graduation next May. Hopefully I'll see it then. Who knows?
Next May.
Next
Wait,
May.
as in this May? This May or next May?
2025.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Well,
Next month. Next month.
Okay,
My
there
bad.
we go.
Okay.
Yeah, next month.
Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah. Like, what happened?
You got held back.
How bad?
Yeah, I was like, oh,
yeah.
man.
Next month, hopefully you see it then. If not, I'll try to find a way to get it and stuff.
See, and then you get it, and then we get fan has to get it, and that's it.
He's sticking with the wrong guy. Like I can never
Yeah.
see in his face, right? He's like, I don't know
Oh,
about that.
I let him play around with it and try it out. And I don't know what were your thoughts on it. What do you think of the little bit you got to see and play around with it?
I mean, it's definitely an improvement. I would definitely say the biggest thing would be the screen. That would really be the only reason you would get it is for the 90 hertz OLED screen.
That's enough of a reason for me.
Everything else
That's what
is
sold me.
it's just a plus. It's just a bonus. Like that would be the main reason upgrade. I mean, if I had the extra funds to do it, I probably would. At this
If I
time.
win the lottery, fan, I am hooking you up, man. Hooking all you guys up. I don't care if you own them already. You can have 3 of them and keep them in your cabinets. Keep them in your bathrooms, whatever.
Mine. I'll have one in the office, one in the living room, one in the room.
Give them to the wife, James. Whatever.
Yeah, I could definitely put some games in there. Do some Animal
Absolutely.
Crossing stuff.
Family
like that.
sharing.
Exactly. Oh, family sharing is great. So with
Yeah.
my old Steam Deck, I gave it to my kids, and my son, my oldest, he's been playing Persona 3 Reload, and it
He's got
surprised me.
good taste.
He's Fortnite, like he loves like Zelda and stuff like that, but like RPG wise, I think the only one that he's got pretty far with was actually Dragon Quest V, and that hooked him. And then he stopped because his file got erased. It didn't upload to the cloud. He swapped devices, and yeah, he lost his file, so like he hasn't restarted it again. But he was really enjoying that. And since then, I want to say that was his last RPG that he played. Fast forward, gave him the Steam Deck, and I was like, I wonder what game they're gonna play. In my head, I'm thinking like Sonic Frontiers or something like that. No, he started playing Persona 3 Reload. And
How old's your son?
yeah, he's 13. Yeah,
That's pretty dark for a 13-year-old man. That's a dark game.
at 13, I'm trying to think. Like, I was watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and that's pretty dark.
That's pretty dark too. Yeah, for
or
sure.
not Brotherhood, but OG like Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, it's all dark. Yeah.
Yeah. So like especially what's her name, the Nina and Tucker episode.
Oh yeah.
Like, that messed with my mind. Like,
oh yeah.
Edward.
Yeah. Edward. I just watched that recently.
Oh god, I got PTSD from that.
Yeah, I was just watching that recently, and trying to go through Brotherhood. And I'm like, man, like, it's still hard to watch that scene. Like,
Yeah.
it bugs me.
Such a good show, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, also, that was like in that part. I'm like, when Scar came to him, I was like, yeah, you deserve that, Tucker. Like, you deserve that and then some. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, he was playing that, and then one thing I realized is I did the multiple users on there because my two sons could like kind of share the games, and the emulators didn't pop up. So what I had to do is I had to go back and open up Steam ROM Manager and do the parsing again, and then everything popped up again. So like this morning he was playing Soul Calibur 2, the GameCube version,
Nice.
to play as Link. And
The best version, obviously.
Yeah, of course, exactly. Every other version is wrong, but like that, like it's kind of cool to see him play that and jump into games like that. So yeah, I'm glad because they'll be able to play more. Like this morning, he was telling me he wants to try out Chrono Trigger. I'm like, yeah.
Oh man, I bet when he was like, "I want to play Chrono Trigger, Dad. I'm playing Dragon Quest V, Dad." I bet you're just like looking at him like, "Oh son,
Yeah,
you're the apple of my eye and all that."
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Anything to stop him from playing Fortnite. And every time he plays Fortnite, I was like, why don't you play real games? He's like, Dad, this is a real game. I was like, no, real games. Like, a real game.
I mean, Epic Store is coming to mobile, so he can get Fortnite on his phone.
Yeah. Hey, Lotus Spirit, welcome to the podcast. We're actually about to sign off in a little bit. But yeah, it's nice for him to do it. And I hope he continues to play it. Like Persona 3 Reload, he came back to me, I want to say, was it this morning or last night? He's like, oh, Dad, like, this song is awesome. And he was playing the Surprise Attack song.
Oh, yeah.
I was
The whole soundtrack's great.
Yeah. Dad, he loves the opening. He was telling me that he played the opening. He got to the first save point, or first, area when you're able to save. He closed out the game and just restarted so he can watch the opening again to listen to the song.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so very, very good music. I gotta finish that too. Now that I got the OLED, but he's been playing it, so I can't play the game. Yeah, I can't play the game at the same time as them. Oh, appreciate gifting the memberships. Hey, appreciate that.
Hey,
thank you. Gifting memberships on YouTube. I appreciate that.
Oh wow.
That's
yeah. Yeah, thank you for the memberships. Awesome.
Hey, they didn't even know that was a feature now. Correct.
Yeah, on YouTube,
YouTube's slowly becoming like Twitch. That's great.
Yeah, they have that. You have super chats. You have all these cool stuff on there. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of cool features that YouTube has. But yeah, appreciate that. Thank you.
That's a good way to send us off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what a good way to go into the night. Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool things that the family feature has brought. Like my biggest issue with Steam family sharing was that if I played something, like my son couldn't play something at the same time.
Is there a workaround for that or no?
Well, they fixed that now. So with the beta, so you have to go into like your actual Steam like launcher, and then you have to sign up for the family beta. So you can go under betas and go to family beta. And once you enable that, you can add people to your family, kind of like Nintendo Family Plan. I'm not sure if you ever used that, but very similar to that. And now they finally changed it so that if somebody else is playing a game from your library, you can't play that same game, but they can play a game from your library. Where before it was like,
oh, you know what? I think I know the answer to my question. So, because he has his own account in your family sharing, right? But he can just play your games. Correct. So if he owns the game himself and you own the game, then you can both play at the same time.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
But if he doesn't own it, he can
then it's just one at a time.
Exactly. Yeah, he can still play my game, but like I can't play the same game. So since he's been playing Persona 3 Reload, I can't play it. But that's fine because I've been playing Star Ocean: The Second Story R. Great game, amazing. Like, I'm loving the beginning of it. It's very interesting, and I'm excited to go there. Like, there's a whole lore about that because that character has like a whole lineage, and somebody from his family is pretty much in every Star Ocean game except for Star Ocean. was it 3, which is Till the End of Time. That's the only one. But like Star Ocean 1, there's that character. Star Ocean 2, there's what's his name now? Why can't I remember his name now?
From what?
The main
Second
character Star
story?
Ocean, second story, yeah, is Claude. Is it Claude?
Claude.
Yeah, okay.
Claude.
Yeah, I keep confusing with Claude.
Clive and Claude.
Yeah, Clive and Claude. I'm like, oh man, like which one is it? Yeah, so yeah, Claude Kenny. His dad is in Star Ocean 1, First Departure, who is Ronix Kenny. And his mom is in there too, who's a character in there, but I'll let you find that out on your own. In Star Ocean 4, there is a Kenny there. I don't remember who it is though. I forgot. But there is a Kenny in there. Star Ocean 5, there is a Kenny in there as well. And in Star Ocean 6, there's also a Kenny in there. So like there's always a Kenny character.
Lineage there.
Which is kind of cool. It's almost like Sid, except this person is always in your party, which is cool.
Right.
But like the main character is Claude Kenny. The not main character, but party members called Ronix Kenny, who's the dad to Claude. And then like I said, Till the End of Time, to my knowledge, that I can remember, there is no Kenny character in that. And there's a reason behind that. If you've never played Till the End of Time, that has one of the craziest like trickery in that game, which is why it's a lot of people's favorite. There's a lot of crazy things that go on in that game.
I just like that Claude's voice actor in Star Ocean. The second story R is Shinji Ikari's voice actor from the original Evangelion.
That's who it is. Every time I kept hearing it, because I had just watched.
Oh my god,
Spike Spencer. Yep.
Yeah, because I had just watched what was it? Evangelion. What is it? 3.0.
End of Evangelion 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just watched that, and then I'm playing the game. So it sounds like Shinji, but a little bit different. It is. Okay, so
I'm sure he makes it a little different. I'm sure, but yeah,
he
that's
makes it sound a little bit older. But every time I hear it, I was like, this sounds like Shinji, but I'm not sure.
It is.
Maybe. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's why it sounds so familiar. Yeah, that's another thing that we could talk about, but like I still don't understand it.
If you want to talk Evangelion with me, man, I am your man. Anytime, anywhere, I'm here for that. Turn into a podcast, whatever.
Yeah, that's one of those things that I still don't understand. I probably gotta like watch everything else because I skipped to. So I didn't know that because I thought 3.0 and 1.0 they said it's like the like true ending, but then I didn't realize that with those movies there's like 1.0, what 2.0.
Yeah, 1.11, 2.22, 3.33, 1.0 plus 3.0. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know they kind of like rebooted it almost in a way.
Correct.
But they also like fix it. Yeah, that's very interesting. I got to rewatch all of them because I started from there. I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember this happening. Like, I only watched the original anime. I never watced that. So
did you watch End of Evangelion? Oh man, that's like my favorite movie of all time.
Wasn't that just a retelling of the anime?
No. Oh man, okay, we're gonna get a little tangent here. Okay, so there's death and rebirth, and that's gonna be like a summary of the entire series. End of Evangelion is the physical embodiment of episodes 25 and 26 from the TV show. Because if you remember 25 and 26, it's like inside of Shinji's mind.
Yeah.
And then End of Evangelion is like what actually happens at that time, like in the physical world. And if you haven't seen that yet, man, I wish we could have like a viewing party. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. Yeah.
It's so good.
I might have to take a look at that. Yeah, cause that's one thing. Cause the theme song, the opening song, was in my head. I'm like, yeah, I gotta finish watching these movies. Cause
Cruel Angel's Thesis.
What's up?
I said Cruel Angel's Thesis, the opening theme song to Evangelion. Yeah.
It's in what is it? The taiko drum thing on Apple Arcade. It's in there, and that's I always play that level. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna end it here. Thank you for the subscription, Lotus. Lotus Esprit. Sorry, Lotus Esprit. Really appreciate that. It means a lot. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Share the channel, it does help out a lot. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. So close. So every little bit does count. Follow on Twitch. Fan, where can I catch you at?
You can catch me at Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter X at Phaneckswhy.
What about you, Brian?
On Twitter at red_so_deep.
What about you, Ash?
Catch me at Astrostrom on YouTube. Still haven't uploaded any videos yet. So I mean, there's videos there. It's just it's been a year now. So there you go.
Ace Attorney characters. No Phoenix Wright on that list. No Phoenix Wright in the top 20.
He'll be on the bottom of the list.
Objection.
People know who he is, but he'll definitely be on the bottom of the list when it comes to iconic characters. But yeah, just to be honest with you. And now I got my favorite. Phanekswhy's my favorite character. There you go.
There you go. Perfect.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
More than Apollo Justice.
Apollo is like a close second because I really like him and how he came about by the end of Spirit of Justice. He's because they're pretty much setting up to where it looks like that Phoenix is going to kind of pass the torch on to Apollo Justice when he finally retires or something else happens. I hope not. But yeah, that's pretty much what it's looking like. And yeah, if it's going to look like that, I'm looking forward to it. If anything, so.
One thing you should look. Uniqlo has a Capcom 40th anniversary shirt, and it has like Mega Man and Monster Hunter, but on the side, like right in the front. Like to the side, it has both. I believe it's both Phanekswhy and Apollo Justice there. Like,
I need to buy that.
It's a dope shirt. Mega Man is like front and center.
Where that though?
Uniqlo.
Uniqlo?
Yeah. They also have some Tears of the Kingdom shirts coming out.
How you spell Uniqlo? So
Uniqlo.
Oh, got it. All right.
I'm looking it up right now. I want to see the Mega Man.
Yeah, it's cool. There's another Mega Man and Rush shirt that's there as well.
That's a brand new shirt that I get to wear every day. Hold on a second.
Let's see. The only thing is that like, okay, a lot of just this first one with like Street Fighter, like why do they put the cool stuff on the back? Like put that on the front.
I was talking to a fan about that. Like I don't like that they do that. I have a Dragon Ball Z shirt. In the front just says Dragon Ball Z, but like the actual cool pictures on the back. I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah, all these shirts. I'm looking at like this. I mean, they're all really dope, but they're all on the back. Like, why?
Well, I believe
I showed James the shirts that I got, and I got the black Metal Gear Solid one that has like text with a menu, and it's got a little parachute dude at the bottom, a little dude climbing on the back. Like it's a sweet Metal Gear Solid.
I think Fan was the first to put us on Uniqlo. I now remember.
Cow. Lotus of Spirit, appreciate that, man. He did 50 memberships. Yo, man.
All right.
All right, I appreciate that. I don't know how all these people are getting memberships to the channel, but hey, there's people on here that are like, I don't know how you can do 50 memberships because we don't do that. I guess it's anybody who subscribes to the channel.
It's whoever subscribed to the channel.
Yeah. So that's crazy. I appreciate that, man. that means a lot. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're sitting at 799 subscribers, so we're missing one. We're down by one to hit that.
Oh yeah, I see it. So I know what you're talking. I know what you're talking about, James. So the character on the side that's actually not Apollo Justice. That's Phanekswhy's ancestor, Ryusuke Naruhodo. Yeah, from the Great Eastern. So yeah, but yeah, that's awesome.
It was one of those because I had looked at it quickly and I didn't remember it, but I was like, I knew it had Phanekswhy and then it had somebody else. I thought it was Apollo Justice. I didn't remember who it was.
Ooh, I'm definitely gonna cop it though. The only downside is that the shirt's white. Is only in white, but that's fine. I can deal with it. So,
dude, this Mega Man shirt is amazing. I'm buying this.
The Mega Man with Rush.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool shirts on here. This Devil May Cry one is really gnarly. I like it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff on here.
Yeah, they have. If you can preview the Zelda shirts, if you go to the graphic, what is it? Go to the graphic tees section, and then if you click like on coming soon, where's it at?
I'll just do Uniqlo Zelda on Google. I bet I'll find it. Yeah.
They have some Pokemon stuff. They have haiku. This anime.
These are cool.
The one that's cool is the one
that
shows
that black one.
Link. Yeah, the black one with Link and all the
all the spirits. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty dope. The one that's actually pretty decent is the one that has like the cover, the Link art. So if you look at the black one, it's showing the back, and it says The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, and it has like Link on the thing. So if you click on that and look at the front of it, I think it's pretty cool because look at the design that's on the front.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's cool.
It has Link jump like on the shoulder. It's like Link going down trying to grab Zelda.
Yeah, that's cool.
I thought that was pretty dope. So I'm definitely picking that up. The rest of them.
God, I'm just spending money. Let's see. The white one with the pocket. That's the guy that like you have to hold up his sign or whatever. That's like cute, I guess.
think that's
The
just funny.
Ganon one's cool, isn't it?
Is it,
Or no, that's not Ganon. That's a Moblin or whatever, isn't it? With like the moon. That's cool. I like that
yeah.
too.
I don't know. I thought that one was whack. It looked like Ganon.
Well, you're
yeah, it's
whack.
a Moblin. I want what I want is like, if it had Ganon, that would have been cool.
The tan
Yeah.
one has a bunch
Yeah.
of Koroks, and then on the back there's a Korok with the gold poop.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cute.
Oh, you're right. The Capcom one is the back. I thought it was the front. Oh man. Yeah, that's one of them. Like, come on, like that's definitely something that should have been on the front. That's such a cool design.
That is such a cool design.
Yeah.
Like the Street Fighter one too, with like the character select on like the breast pocket and the back has the giant artwork on it. I like that Devil May Cry one is so 80s and like metal. I love it. I'm definitely gonna buy that. Anyway, we were signing off the podcast. We
Yeah.
keep
I
going.
know we got
Yeah.
sidetracked.
Yeah.
we did.
I'm
It's
sorry
not my
about
fault
that.
this time.
No, it was
Yeah.
worth it. I'm glad you showed. I'm gonna be broke buying
Yeah.
t-shirts.
For everybody that's on, if you stay on, if you're on Twitch, we'll be rating the Geek Show. He has archives going on both Twitch and YouTube. On YouTube, for whatever reason, there's a rate function, but it hasn't worked for archives, so I'm not exactly sure why. So we can't rate them that way. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. As I said, don't forget, like, subscribe, share the channel. It does help out a lot. Thank you once again, Lotus Spirit, for everything. It means a lot for those 50 memberships. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, appreciate that. Made my day. Thank you. Really mean it. My name is James. Thank you, Fan. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Bryant. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Take care.